It's something special to live in a small town. And maybe the elephant in the room is COVID, and maybe we have to figure out a way to work around that to get people out again. But we're doing what we can here.
Maybe because I've lived here all my life, I know everybody. You can walk into any store or anybody that comes in here and you know there's a connection.
Actually, I didn't know very much Edson before I live here. But now, it's perfect city to me.
A community has to be more than just people working, more than just existing in their day-to-day lives.
We looked at a couple other spots, but I really wanted to be on Main Street to get the foot traffic, to get noticed, to put ourselves out there. And Main Street, who isn't on Main Street? When you go shopping, you walk down Main Street. When you have town events, you're on Main Street.
The Main Street is an essential part of any community.
I'm glad I'm on Main Street. I have a really good location.
It's just nice to be able to walk out across the street and go to the bank, and the post office is close. And
so you go across the street, well, you can't get much different from a stationery store to a pet store. Leather goods beside us, clothing, that's just what makes a Main Street.
We really like being on Main Street. It's a fantastic part of our town. We're pretty much geographically, I would think, in the heart of downtown. So many people during COVID said that they were so worried we'd close down and leave a big hole in the middle of downtown.
Since the pandemic, it's, I think like any place, it's hard.
When the main lockdown was in the community, there was less people out and about in the town. They were very careful about how they came down. It actually changed the dynamics of the pharmacy business, I really noticed.
During the closure there for COVID in mid-December, it was dark. Sometimes we'd be the only lights basically on up and down Main Street.
I think COVID has affected every business, not just here, but everywhere.
It definitely made a significant impact on our business. Just, nobody was allowed indoors, so you're doing curbside pickup, you're doing online auctions, because without people coming into your store, you don't have any money coming in, but you got a lot of money going out.
Need a mask and then 6 people limit, something like that. When I get that message, getting slow,
when COVID all hit, everybody wanted to shop local. So that was really good. It's changed a little bit since then, but it's made it interesting with our capacity levels and lots of cleaning.
COVID has hit us hard with basically 2 out of the 3 years impacting, but we're still making a go of it.
We would get people that would come in, order their prescriptions, wait in the store. They'd sit, they'd look around. We got to the point where people would phone. We would tell them that something's going to be ready in an hour. They'd come in, they'd leave very quickly.
We opened during the pandemic, and we were a little bit nervous opening.
We were like everyone else. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how much we could do safely, and we were closed down for several months. So we went with a takeout sales program, even though we didn't have movies playing. People would come in just to support us because they didn't want us to disappear, and they didn't want to lose the only theater they had in town. We had a tremendous amount of local support at that time.
I think as a small community, we depend on our residents to help support as the businesses here support our community.
We do a lot of donations to all the different organizations and sports clubs. If we didn't have people's support, we wouldn't be able to do that either.
Every year we get together with Stance and we do a big Connect sock drive. There's a new hockey team in town. We are supporting that, the Edson Eagles.
We've donated and continue to help with the food bank, support ACEs in the community.
I try to give a lot. I don't know if I've said no.
We've sponsored minor hockey teams for almost 30 years. We donate to the food banks, to the Cadets Club.
I mean, the businesses that are owned by local individuals, those are the people that live in your community. They're the people that support your community. They're the people that support your sports teams. donate to local charities.
Shop local really means a lot to me, yes, because a lot of people here, before we opened, would be going to the city to get all their supplies.
Shopping local supports everything. It keeps the money local.
Shopping local builds your community.
We're all part of the community, whether we are working in it, hiring people that work in the community, volunteering for things in the community.
The community needs the small businesses to thrive.
I want to make sure that people continue to shop on Main Street. I'd love to see more stores on Main Street open that are similar to this. You know, it adds a lot of character to our little town.
Shop local is really important to Edson. We've seen it over the years, how things have shifted and in the ebb and flow of business in downtown. And it's only through the fact that people realize that what would happen if they lost those businesses.
I want to live in my life in Edson and, do business.
I think the downtown core should be the heart of a community.
Edson people are so kind.